Buongiorno a tutti. Oggi faremo sourdough crackers. Today we're going to make sourdough crackers because there are so many things you can do with them. They're super versatile and very easy. And today in our quarantine situation, it's not necessarily a Tuscan thing, but we're doing a lot of sourdough starter, sourdough bread. How do you use your sourdough starter? Crackers are what we're doing today. It's going to obviously have an Italian spin on it, and I think that Montefalonico, maybe some of the Nonas will use one of these recipes. Wouldn't that be nice? We have 3/4 of a cup of sourdough starter. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons of herbs. I cut up some fresh rosemary this morning and I put in some sage and some thyme. And I also, as you may or may not know, am a huge lover of cheese. So we're going to do Parmesan cheese in these. And again, last week I made some sun-dried tomato basil pesto. So I have some that I'm going to use as a dip. And a rosemary, thyme, sage, Parmesan cheese cracker is gonna taste amazing with that sun-dried tomato pesto. So, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I already measured out 2 tablespoons of my herbs. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of a fine sea salt. Actually, I'm just gonna do 1 because we're doing the Parmesan cheese. So, I'm gonna use my whisk. Whisking it all together. I'm gonna show you this dough in a minute. A couple of tablespoons, let me grab another tablespoon since I dirtied that one. Actually, this is a 1/2 tablespoon, so I'm gonna do, that's good enough. So that's my Parmesan cheese. And then it's a simple, it's shocking how easy this recipe is. Okay, here's my cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. I'm going to take my cracker dough and just pour it onto the cookie sheet. So I'm just spreading them with an offset spatula here. One might think you're gonna frost a cupcake or a cake, but no, I'm just spreading the dough to be kind of an even, consistent line here. And this is it. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna score the dough, right? So that when the crackers are finished in another 30 minutes after that, you'll let them cool completely, and then you'll just be able to really easily break them apart. So, okay, I'm taking my crackers out of the oven because they've been in there for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna score them, and then I'm gonna put them back in the oven for 10-minute increments. So every 10 minutes, I'm just gonna look and rotate my cookie sheet because these crackers, you don't wanna burn them. Here I go. Oh, hello, beautiful crackers. Actually, it could just be one gigantic, beautiful cracker, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna score them. You Triscuit girl. So these are gonna go back in for 40 minutes. Every 10 minutes, I'm just gonna rotate the pan just to make sure that they don't burn on the edges. Okay. Ciao, everybody. It's been 40 minutes. My crackers are done. I just took them out of the oven, and now I'm going to put them onto a cooling rack. And when they're completely cool, I'm going to come back because then I'm going to spread a little dip on those babies, and you'll really be able to see how good they are. Okay. Our sourdough starter crackers are all cooled off to room temp. You can see how easy it is to just break them apart. Put them on my Tuscan Women Cook plate. So for this recipe, you're gonna go to TuscanWomenCook.com, and I think it's on YouTube, or it will be. So the recipe for the sourdough crackers, the recipe for these 2 dips, and then later we're going to make pasta because we're gonna use, I talked about earlier, we can use the dip, thin it down with a little water, and it's a delicious pasta sauce. So we're gonna hand roll some pisci later, and then we're gonna use this as pasta sauce. Because I've been talking about our aperitivos to go with our little antipasti, I poured myself just a tiny sip of wine because it is still the middle of the day. So, sun-dried tomato pesto with our sourdough starter crackers, which have been done up Italian style, and a glass of wine. Salute, chin chin.